Hey there, 8th graders. Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. You know, if you've ever sat down to write an essay or maybe a story, and you suddenly felt like you were just wandering around in a giant maze of your own thoughts, well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're going to talk about the architecture of orderly writing. We're going to learn how to guide your readers on a highly structured, super clear journey from your very first word to your very last. Think of yourself as an architect right now, but instead of using bricks and steel, you're building with ideas and sentences.
So, here is our roadmap for today's Explainer. We'll kick things off with a quick welcome to orderly writing, dive right into why structure actually matters, and then learn about choosing your specific writing structure. After that, we'll explore building bridges with transitions, go over your next writing mission, and wrap the whole thing up with a look at education, morality, and peace.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. Welcome to orderly writing. We are building the foundations of good communication.
Now, when you write, you really aren't just putting words on a page for yourself. You are literally constructing a path for your audience to walk down. And if that path is broken or if pieces are just totally missing, your reader is going to stumble. 1 Corinthians 14:40 reminds us, but everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way. This isn't just a grammar rule, guys. This is a foundational truth. Whether we're looking at the universe or nature or just the words we put on paper, there is so much beauty and power in order. By organizing your writing, you're actually reflecting that exact same fitting and orderly design. Moving right along to Section 2, Why Writing Structure Matters. The golden rule here, don't let your reader get lost.
So, what actually happens to your brilliant, world-changing ideas if they're presented in a confusing, messy jumble? Well, fun fact for you, studies show that most readers will actually abandon a confusing piece of writing in just a few seconds. No way, right? But it's true. They get frustrated, and they simply give up. Even the absolute greatest ideas fall completely flat if they aren't organized. But when you create a highly organized draft, your message becomes crystal clear and totally focused. Structure ensures your reader actually understands your point from start to finish. And hey, here's a little secret bonus for you as the writer. Having a solid structure helps you stay focused too. It stops you from throwing in random, unrelated info that just dilutes your main point.
Which brings us to Section 3, Choosing Your Writing Structure. This is all about following the road signs. Think of this part as your practical writing toolbox. Whenever you sit down to write, you're going to follow these 3 exact steps. Step 1. Decide on your overall structure. Now, this could be chronological order, problem and solution, compare and contrast, or maybe cause and effect. Whatever it is, you need a beginning, a middle, and an end. Step 2. Arrange your points logically so they actually make sense and flow naturally. And finally, Step 3. Add transitions. We'll talk more about those in a second, but these are essentially the signs that tell your reader exactly where to turn. The absolutely crucial thing here is picking the right structure for your specific topic. For example, if you're writing about a historical event, like, say, the incredible Apollo 11 moon landing, you would for sure use chronological order. You present the events exactly as they happened in time. Phase 1 is the preparation. Phase 2 is the rocket launch. Phase 3 is the historic landing on the moon. And Phase 4 is the safe return to Earth. Imagine if you mixed those up and talked about the return to Earth before the rocket even launched. Your reader would be completely lost. Chronological structure perfectly organizes an event based entirely on time. But what if you aren't telling a story about time? What if you want to persuade someone to fix an issue? That is exactly where the problem-solution structure comes in. Let's say you're discussing the issue of littering at your school. You definitely wouldn't use a timeline here. Instead, you'd start by describing the problem, say trash on the playground. Next, you explain its effects. It looks terrible, it hurts the local wildlife, and it just creates a really messy environment. Finally, you present your solution, maybe organizing a weekend cleanup crew and adding some more recycling bins. Do you see how logically that guides the reader's brain toward agreeing with you? It's like a perfectly constructed argument.
Let's move on to our next tool, Section 4, Building Bridges with Transitions. Connecting your ideas smoothly. Imagine driving a car over a road that's just filled with giant potholes. It's incredibly choppy, right? Well, without transitions, moving from one paragraph to the next feels exactly like that. Transitions are literally the bridges between your sentences and paragraphs that help readers see how your ideas connect. When you finish one thought, there's a natural gap before the next one begins. A good transition safely carries your reader over that gap, so they smoothly glide right into your next idea without ever feeling lost or confused. And these bridges, they take the form of incredibly simple words. First, next, in addition,
However, therefore, finally. Let's put this into action with a quick paragraph about basketball. Listen to this. First, basketball is a high-energy team sport. Next, players must learn to dribble and pass effectively. Finally, the teamwork involved makes it the most exciting sport to watch. See that? Those simple transition words connected 3 entirely separate thoughts into one smooth, elegant paragraph.
All right, Section 5, your next writing mission. It's time to put your brand new tools to work.
I am super excited for this part. It's time to test out your architectural skills and see just how powerfully you can control your writing. Here are your 5 mission objectives. Number 1, write a short paragraph in chronological order about making your favorite snack. Number 2, use a problem-solution structure to explain a school issue and how to fix it. Number 3, list 5 transition words and use each one in a sentence. Number 4, take the scrambled sentences provided by your teacher and rearrange them into a logical order. And number 5, identify the structure, like chronological or problem solution, in a short article your teacher provides. Actually, go ahead and pause this explainer right now, grab a notebook, and write these 5 mission objectives down so you're totally prepared.
Finally, Section 6, Education, Morality, and Peace. The Heroesmartacademy Philosophy. Before we officially wrap up, let's just zoom out and look at the bigger picture for a second. Learning how to write an orderly paragraph is definitely important. But really, what is the point of being smart and being a great writer and being highly educated if you just continue to make bad choices that end up hurting yourself and the people around you? We intertwine biblical morality with education because, honestly, education without morality ultimately does damage. If the foundation of your character isn't built on a moral order, all these structural writing tools we just talked about, they won't bring you lasting happiness.
Just as an orderly structure brings absolute clarity to a messy essay, an orderly spiritual mind brings true peace to your life. Romans chapter 8, verses 6 and 7 actually promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps their mind spiritual. True education isn't just about ordering your words correctly on a page, it's about ordering your entire life with wisdom. So as you go out and practice building bridges in your writing this week, I want you to ask yourself this. What kind of foundation are you building your life upon, and is it strong enough to carry you where you truly want to go? Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me in this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.